You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Bugle signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy J. Ludis, and I thank you guys for tuning in because we've got a great message for you today. As you can see from the title, how am I moving the needle forward? I want you to run that question through your mind personally as we go through this and dive deep today, because that is the answer that we want to bring you to. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below. We've never missed a week since we started, and we don't plan on missing a week, because our goal with Once a Week is to spark you to grow in some way, and we will never quit on that. And with today's message, I think we're going to help you do exactly that. So hit that subscribe button below and hit the alerts button as well, so you know exactly when we post a new message coming at you every single Sunday. But for this message, to dive in, how are you moving the needle forward for yourself or in your field? And to start this out, I want to ask you about your role models. Because we've all got one of those in some way or another. Maybe we've got plenty of those. It's people that inspire us. People that we look up to, that have left the trail behind that we can then follow and walk out. The footsteps that they left behind for us. We're inspired by others who have walked the path and created something in this world and for themselves. A role model helps us pave the way because they've moved the needle forward. But here's the part that tends to go right over people's heads. When we follow in our role model's footsteps, we can only go as far as who we are allows. We can't be them. Somewhere along the trail they left behind, you need to step out on your own and create your own path thereafter. And to really drive this home for you, I'll give you my own example for this. Where some people know, but it's where this entire message stems from on a personal level for me. Back when all of this started, the coaching business, the speaking gigs, the YouTube channel, I had my role models. And one of them in particular, as many of you know, was Tony Robbins. I was trained by him, and my goal was to be like him, but to be better than him. And I did just as we all do with a role model. We follow their footsteps. We want to achieve the same level of success. So walking the line should lead you right there. But as I said before, you can only follow that path as far as who you are allows. I can remember sitting at the foot of my bed one night, absolutely exhausted. After putting in so much work, I was saying a prayer, and it pertained to this role model aspect and those results that I was seeking. And I'm asking for guidance on how to get there. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm following the footsteps. What more can I do? I was exhausted. I'll say this. When you ask, oh my goodness, do you receive? Within a moment, it dropped in my head and I heard it clear as day. The only way you can be better than Tony is to be Billy. The world has a Tony. They don't need another. But what they do need is you. And from that point on, I began pursuing things my way. I learned as much as I could, but it was time to keep moving so I could craft who I was meant to be. And then that question of how am I moving the needle forward came to mind. And then rounding out this personal example for you, Tony's goal in everything was and is to figure out why people do what they do. I came in and I wanted to build on that. With who I am, I help people, yes, figure out that question, which opens up doors, but also to improve the internal and see the external results. Life is comprised of both, so if we address that, people achieve that life change. Taking what I learned and building off of it in my own way, that's me personally moving the dial forward. So to take all of that and then bring it back to you, how can you, in your own specific way, move the needle forward for yourself and for everyone else? Just as the person who inspired you did in their own way. With my example, I dive deep with people to create that life change on every single front. But it starts with the internal. It starts with you. When you figure out who you are and what you bring to the table, when you figure out what makes you great, that's what separates you from all of the rest in this entire world. There's only one you. That's what taking action on will in turn move the needle forward for everyone else and then change your life in such a great way because you will know who you are. Role models are absolutely incredible because they show us the way. We begin to see how we can shape a part of our lives to create something similar, whether that's on a body image goal and how I want to look like that specific person, everything they do in the gym, or maybe it's a peace or a happiness goal that someone has and I want to shift my life in that way, or maybe it's a business goal and the results that you seek. We are inspired. But it's us who do the crafting of our lives by putting the effort in. And crafting yourself to become like someone else can only take you so far. To create that next great version of you, it takes realizing that no one can do what you do. How incredible is that? There will never be another you that brings the skills, the strengths, and the light that you shine. We can be inspired by others, which starts the process. It ignites that flame in us. Inspiration starts in spirit. But to take that flame and then become who we are meant to be, the one who moves the dial forward in our own way, that's what we're all meant to be striving for. That's living life as the individual and not trying to copy someone else's results. Do it your way and get greater results. Follow the lead of the role model or the mentor until you realize your confidence, yes, the confidence in yourself, and become your own leader. How great is that? That's the game changer with everything that we pursue in life. But again, to bring it back to you, that question, how are you moving the needle forward? For yourself, but also for everyone else behind you. If your mentors and role models create a certain result that inspired you to follow them, what are you doing or what can you do that is moving it further or building off of it? It's a question, right? Run your mind through that. That's how our results don't just stay with us, but in turn spread to everyone around us by stepping into who we are all meant to be. The individual, right? When you figure out that, you step into a whole new level of personal power and energy that never, oh my goodness, does it never run out. That's when our goals and our results are fueled and we begin to see a bit clearer the steps to take. And here's the really cool thing with all that, if nothing else has sparked you yet, the more that you take those steps, the more the process continues. You inspire one person to follow your steps until they are confident enough to step out on their own and take what you showed them to a whole new level. It's the incredible domino effect, because that person then inspires another. But don't underestimate who you are and the steps you're taking right now. You are the trailblazer in your own story. And the more steps you take to move the needle forward on your own accord, the more everyone waiting behind you will be inspired to do the same. How cool is that? Wrap your mind around that with this message. I'm going to cap that message off right there. I want you guys to think on that question this week and let it guide you to new steps. How are you moving the needle forward? Because if you have questions on this topic, reach out. Comment below and find me on social media. Or if you're interested in learning more about creating that change for yourself, everything this video just brought you to, head to BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can set a free strategy call with me. And guys, we're going to dive in. We're going to bring you exactly to that result you want. I'm in your corner, and I'm waiting right there for you. But if you haven't already, please like this message on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, share this message to someone who you feel could use it and could run with it. Send it to them. Start the process for them. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Guys, I really hope this message hits home for you because I can feel it. There's some energy here. It's the game changer. Run with it. Until next week, guys.